Welcome to the Trail Short Film Series. Each film introduces a skill that you can teach your students to help them manage symptoms of anxiety and depression. Today, we'll be covering gradual exposure. Avoidance is a symptom of both depression and anxiety. Everyone tends to avoid the things that make them nervous, and depression robs people of the motivation or confidence to engage with the world around them. In the short term, avoidance leads to relief, but in the long term, avoidance reinforces fears and leads to isolation and inactivity. The best way to fight avoidance is to practice facing your fears by doing the things that you want or need to do, even when they feel hard. There are 3 steps to teaching gradual exposure. 1. Make a list of things the student is avoiding that they want or need to do. 2. Pick one to work on and break it down into manageable steps. 3. Practice facing the steps one at a time and reward progress. It's important that the student starts with things that they feel are personally meaningful.
I guess I avoid any situation where I'd have to talk to people, because it makes me so nervous. The lunchroom, in class, social events on the weekends like parties, or even just meeting friends out somewhere.
Let's start with small steps. What do you do at school where you feel uncertain or uncomfortable?
I'd really like to be able to say hi to people in the halls or outside of class.
Okay, let's start with something similar, but that feels easier. Could you try making eye contact with someone that you know, perhaps a close friend?
Okay.
Great. How about we practice this both together first so you know exactly what to do when you're working this on your own?
Okay.
Gradual exposure can be hard and some students will need extra encouragement. However, it's important not to reassure them during the actual exposure tasks. They should discover for themselves that they can tolerate the anxiety they feel, and the anxiety will often get better during the exposure itself. As the student starts to work their way through the list, it's important to reward even small steps. Check in often to make sure practice is occurring and provide encouragement. The student should continue with each step until it causes less anxiety, then move on to the next step. Even though facing their fears can be hard work, many students actually embrace the challenge. Your job is to help them understand the rationale behind doing the very things that make them nervous, building their hierarchy of exposures, and helping them stay motivated when the work is hard. The good news is that gradual exposure enables students to discover abilities that they weren't aware they had, and so the process itself can be extremely rewarding.